because a game that I found me in recent times say ball na nkasa no ball. And I'm sure say Abramovich actually now or Chelsea in Premier, he will say this was the Chelsea nanka me pay. Because Abramovich pe nyoma yatete Premier nyoma yehu ye no. He is a fan of good football. He is a fan of that possessive football. Intino now person Chelsea bought to say a year Barcelona money ade. But he had results or the trophies said the necessary ultimate. But that beautiful football now because you're saying we no be toe foundation no to no. Omo no be na similar. Say any defensive football no kra na. Omo expansive football kakra no more close here. But looking at Enzo Maresca's Chelsea and the clear lead for Chelsea a possessive team. Unpossessive ball no making sure say ball no move be. Nti ya dey Abramovich because this Chelsea and can say and commit me pa. They are coming from a season where they started so bright. Because at a point in time, we felt a Chelsea beat Miyaji a year Premier League no one nam second 1 year there. Then they said we are not title contenders and whatever happened. And Miyaji. During the season, almost series of games are not we are thinking say point finish in the year top 4. But gradually Chelsea was able to find their way in finishing in the top 4. And then Omababeji a year Europa Conference League Before you started this Club World Cup nobody said Chelsea will be at the final. Even Masharat Uruefan Karaga said omo ye adwuma de ma Chelsea currently they are not at Chelsea, so what will be the need say Chelsea kwa kosi akan. But as we are speaking, Chelsea team afom apim e Club World Cup final na say. And if you look at performance of omo den adi ediama omo ho a, it's been a sounding performance. Omo ni Flamingo no mu lose that game. But that game was a blessing in disguise at match me Chelsea. So a lose there on paper ma lose. But for me say that count some count because it gave them the pathway to get to the final. And no matter what Timeka could do final, a good season for Team FN Chelsea currently as we speak. And Untimi M for 2 more. Paris Saint-Germain during the season 2 had a blip. Yeah, but Champions League So for more Mutimi qualify straight into say Paris Saint-Germain no count.
That will not count.
That should tell you say Paris Saint-Germain also suffered in the season. They suffered in the season and then omukofa sa knockout no airborne to make sure say omu qualify be and they were able to win the Champions League. So Paris Saint-Germain, regardless how flamboyant and how super they've been, almost during the season they had a blip because one blip and Kenya dia nkombeko bought from knockout stage na some we UEFA Champions League. So it should tell you say they also had season that omunya party spell into omu team. Now to this level. If you look at the last games at Paris Saint-Germain, you could see this is a proper machine. Say the German machine for no Bayern Munich and as our national team German machine. This is a proper French machine. If they are playing, everything is working. Everything works for team of Paris Saint-Germain when they are playing, when they are in their full mojo. This is a complete team. From goalkeeper that I'm in by recent times, so you can trust him. Or more right full backer, he is a quality right full back who always want to join the attack. And it's something that ABOU. If you look at their team in a whole, a solid team. There is nothing like Obia on giving the all NSL parking. So every single player makes sure say he's giving it all. And then the men game no ensure to make a game. And in recent times, I think the 2015, 2016 in the UEFA Champions League or whatever, time bia Paris Saint-Germain maybe share Chelsea between the Chelsea ticker form. Until my game a very difficult game. Looking at performance, Paris Saint-Germain deep, how flamboyant and how well they be. And my game this is where Chelsea comes in with sa or mentality and how people see them. Kwaku 2012 Chelsea sacked their manager Anil Villas-Boas when they feel say a young guy above, but he's not been able to do the job for Team FN Chelsea. So they sacked him, say uncle. And they Di Matteo by. Di Matteo turning things around against Napoli. A time that we now feel say Chelsea free man. Almost 10 years results Allianz Arena in the final against Team FN Bayern Munich at their own backyard. Minim say pictures in any lineup now me Sunday we na banners we meet me. If you look at Bayern Munich's lineup that night, now compared to Chelsea's lineup Kwaku a football there, but now much Chelsea that opportunity. Kwaku, look at this lineup. Manuonoya, Lam, Boateng, Tomishek, Contento, Schweinsteiger, Cruz, Robin, Muller, Ribery, Gomez. This is 2012's lineup. Bayern Munich. Mame Chelsea there no. Or now Chelsea there now. Peter Cech in post. Bosingwa, David Luiz, Gary Cahill, Ashley Cole, Mikel Obi-Onyade, Lampard, Kalu, Bertrand, Mata, and Drogba. Bertrand was a young boy from the team Nima na Obo. Look at the number, the jersey number. You should tell me we know the number. Gary Cahill was playing because John Terry was out of the game through suspension, and this was the team.
But it seems there's a team we know. Actually, see no. Now more Dinchen buying for nature no.
Actually,
Chelsea,
David Luiz and
experience room.
David Luiz,
no experience room. Go or on for buying the number. The buying we Manuel Neuer. On for buying the enemy. Poker. A buying them is all Philip Lam, Jerome Boateng, Anatoly Termoshok. So that time on the shed and fine, no, I said now Ukraine honor. Now, but they for this level.
Okay.
They all content to. I feel na or also no buying for the person. Something like that. Do you or much you want to say? I'm feeling one of the bird. Na sem no pa.
But who has a remove the natural one? Not charge for natural one. If you look at one charge for any more as compared to women now, then as over can say.
But all that be I no didn't come. I can't say ko you see a final. One thing they play major role in Pano. Team born you play bi ma wajibi da na. So that be a minimum this uncommon. So such player no the original game no ba. And as I'm on the be different from other ones before no know who be that.
Sure.
Minimum say make can what you say. Yeah. So may they be a major tournament be a final the back where I no. Set said Chelsea squad we more be no. Your players in the more Magic Club World Cup ni be da na. Was the way made in edition. But at least assembly make
play against home.
So and play said reserves in the Mercato they were seeing idea no.
But then no play
keyword in him. What say sa pepe. Edi say oh we na. Oh me Chelsea call ka final be misuro. O me tima no mo no o ma no edin ti be say e so.
Okay.
And you say oh be nya say me ka say Chelsea ti be do.
O fans ti
na be say e so mo. Me dey no. Also,
okay,
I've been a Madrid fan. Now I'm in a BBA. I've been a Madrid fan. Madrid they call tournament they are fine and I can't teach you. But Chelsea ball come teach you fine and pa. No one did the crown and date almost a Madrid in a cup final. They make what as almost call so we set up with now to compare Chelsea the so you line up now the Toswa. Uyoma clearly unse they see play about Kubi Uma or no waje trophy we be that. Any nani so I feel you see Bozengwa.
Yeah.
Or no see a number 2 a PSG near my head. So are you?
And Dino, we grab me such a first goal one backyard. Chelsea came back and won on penalties. Mammy Omane, team friend, and it was good. They were being coached by Job Hankins, an experienced manager too for that matter. Mammy 2021 Chelsea Manchester City. Omoko final all odds. We are against Team FN Chelsea. This is Chelsea lineup 2021 against Team FN Manchester City. Mendy, Aspilicueta, Thiago Silva, Rudiger, your own friend. Chilwell, James, Jorginho, Kante, Mount, Havertz, Timo Werner.
Team with the Champions League.
This was Chelsea's team. My Manchester City lineup. Look at this lineup. The lineup be they seen in post. Walker, Stones, Ruben Diaz, Zinchenko, Bernardo Silva, Gundogan, Foden, Kevin De Bruyne, Mahrez, Raheem Sterling. And Chelsea won against this team when they had an experienced manager at Omosu bench. This game, before this game, not Chelsea, I share Manchester City at Wasso final idea. Pep and Chelsea.
I cover week crowd 2 weeks ago. I'm sure more league match.
Yes. And they say, Manchester City, this is the time. Nemo, now Manchester City go watch Champions League for the first time. So now, and not sadness. So this brings me to a Chelsea need to find a Paris Saint-Germain. if you look at Chelsea's team, now for Paris Saint-Germain team now, say wow, yeah, what they mean, say Lord in Tina versus Samudia, but so we are in terms of combined 11, Paris Saint-Germain will definitely dominate. But Chelsea too have quality players in their setup that will cause havoc on any day. And then the midfield battle is going to be something that we need give them any of the teams. Most just guys say they are fit. I'm hoping the knock no and restricting no. Paris Saint-Germain for no. Only one more bobo no on FIFA. Now you decide to say you want to go as they are going. You want to be playing. You need to be hard on them in midfield. Yeah. And that is where Moses Caicedo comes in. If he's hard on them, not distract more. I'm hoping say, and now you're Chelsea hope say on the yellow card in them. The yellow card in temper a bit slow, a bit restricting when it comes to go in hard.
Chelsea almost pressing.
He's a hard tackler. Pressing it. You can't press now, you leave it to team friend here. Paris Saint-Germain.
And no, I'm a Missouri mom. We also mono. So we see ball no. On be pressing.
Yes.
And on J ball na so no. So one press you ya on. Omo look it. Na no man Fedi Valverde do we no kasa chema masa. Adwuma no mutwe nyina aka pe wo de mo ye na mwae. Oka je Mbappe ni Vinicius wo. Won teza na yi no.
Say we not Spanish.
O say masa. Adwuma no mutwe nyina aka pe wo. Na de mo ye no mwae. I'm so confused. I'm now pressing. Obe Bretain. But I'm born. I'm pressing. I'm saying born and kasa so ball.
That is their strength and kasa. Yeah, bobo na kasa. So my press. I'm saying we need press. Ne kanwa na kwa keys. But the mama GD is my press, but not in this game. You know, because of Chelsea front line. Any Chelsea and so wing left back no right back no. Say. No Mendes never. James Yafeta, he's a tough tackler.
Yeah.
For you to use him on a line, so said you use your man, it won't be easy.
Yeah.
Maybe he can win the battle against a net toes and one level. Maybe he can win the battle. Of course, we're winning battles against players or mania from parties in, so we are giving him that chance to which we win that battle. No? But he won't win against James. When it comes to Sani, the surgeon forward. No?
It's James.
Kwaku?
James.
Ashraf will come in. And we've seen Kukiera being a tough customer this season. You've not talked so much about Kukiera because of buy name for, but this season, players or might improve ABOU Chelsea buy on one.
But we know record
it's a game that a more day. Me who say goals beat me up. Me who say goals beat me up because teams need me now. No find on boy who know one yet. Me who the goals beat me up. I wouldn't want to predict this match. But if you push me, past who push me, a 3-1 win for Paris Saint-Germain.
PSG versus Chelsea 3-1.
But Chelsea also have a Kenyan moment. But me say, I don't want to predict. But I'll push me, I'll predict a 3-1 win for team and Paris Saint-Germain. But if Chelsea also have a car, and then Mama Minya.
Bajo,
yeah,
na uwie ya pe. Omre na bozen.